Why Avatar fans hate M. Night Shyamalan. Many people around the world have come to love and enjoy the show Avatar The Last Airbender, and which has been recognized as one of the most amazing, fun, animated shows ever made. I, like many other people, became super excited upon hearing the news that a live action movie was being made. I was so excited about the idea that we would get to see Aang and his friends on the big screen, bending elements and kicking some ass. Then I heard that M. Night Shyamalan was directing the film. Holy shit, I have not been that sad since the day my first dog died, but I'm a pretty optimistic person, so I hope that it would be good regardless. Because how bad could he fuck it up, right? I mean, he has this amazing pre-made foundation and storyline for what could be the most epic live-action movie ever. Like, what could go wrong? So much went wrong. I mean, you have to try hard as a motherfucker to make Aang and company look bad on screen, but somehow this guy managed to do it. Like, I barely even know where to begin, but I want to start with the most annoying thing for me, the pronunciation of the names. Every time someone said Ong in the movie, I died a little bit on the inside. Like, who the fuck is Ong? Oh, you mean Aang? Like, here's a little quote from M. Night regarding the fucked up pronunciation he used throughout the movie in an interview he gave with Wired.com. He said, and I quote, "For me, the whole point of making the adaptation was to ground it deeper in reality. So I pronounce the names as Asians would. It's just impossible to pronounce Ong the way it is used in the series. It's incorrect, I can't do it, so I just pronounced it correctly." End quote. Okay, asshole, let me tell you something. You did not make this show. This storyline is not yours. The creators of the show decided to name their character Aang, and that it would be spelled Aang. As a parent, you have the right to name your children whatever the fuck you want to and spell it however the fuck you want. I can name my kid Bob and spell it with a silent Z if I fucking felt like it. Who the fuck are you to say that a name is pronounced incorrectly? I mean, this is rich coming from a guy with his last name spelled like yours and pronounced the way it is. Names aside, if this were the only flaw with the movie, I would have still been able to enjoy it. However, you managed to fuck up everything about this movie. I mean, if someone had never seen the show before, they would leave the theater thinking that Aang was a serious, no fun kid who acted like he was actually 100 years old. When in reality, the first thing the guy wanted to do after coming out of a ball of ice he was trapped in for a century was ride a goddamn penguin. They would think that Sokka was an idiot who had no sense of humor and was boring as fuck, when in reality, he was an idiot with a great sense of humor and an unnatural love for meat in his boomerang. A person who had not seen this movie would think that Katara was a flat white chick who showed no emotion, when we all know that that bitch was crazy. She was an awesome and all over the place kind of character. They would also think that, and in my opinion, this is the worst crime against the show, that Uncle Iroh was a skinny, forgettable Indian man who took everything 100% serious when in reality he was a fat man addicted to tea and who was like 100% zen and at peace with the world, and he didn't give a fuck about anything unless it was really important. The guy was mugged, and instead of getting pissed off, he told his mugger how to properly mug somebody. I mean, then there's the issue of the casting, which makes me question what show M Night was actually watching, because he was kinda off when it comes to the colors of the people in the nations. I mean, Katara and Sokka turned white, Zuko and Iroh became brown, and the Kyoshi warriors turned a lovely shade of non-fucking existent because he cut them out of the damn movie. He said that it was ridiculous for people to criticize the race of the cast, and that they shouldn't be upset over him making a quote-unquote diverse movie, implying that everyone who disagreed with him was being racist. This couldn't be farther from the truth. I mean, I love people of all fucking colors, but when it comes to representation of a character, you have to do it properly. I mean, I don't want a white guy playing Gandhi or a Mexican playing Martin Luther King. It's not racist to say that, it's just that's not who they were. The guy managed even to fuck up the actual bending itself, getting all kinds of shit wrong, like the fact that firebenders needed fire to bend in the movie, when that's absolutely not true at all. He made the earthbenders look like a nation of synchronized dancers that had to do a five-man routine to move a rock the size of a basketball. I mean, the way everyone bended was so unnatural. Like, the fire moved 2 miles an hour and the airbending looked super shitty. I know a small-time YouTuber who did a better job at making earthbending. In a 30-second clip, he made and edited by himself on a computer. whereas M. Night Shyamalan had the millions of dollars in budget and fucked everything up still. I'll show a small clip of the rock bending at the end of the video from the YouTuber. His name is Brother7902. Check out the clip, it's really awesome. Subscribe to him and all that good shit. The way M. Night made the movie makes me terrified of a sequel. Like, I can just picture a little Mexican toff doing the Dougie to bend a paperclip or some shit. Like, most of the people watching this are fans of the Legend of the Korra show, right? Which is an amazing show that really pays tribute to the original one with lots of hilarious little references. And as you know, the main villain of the show is named Amon, a man whose ultimate power is to literally suck the bending out of the avatar, which is in essence the soul of the person, their ability to connect with the earth and move it. Who else do we know that likes to suck the soul out of the avatar? M. Night Shyamalan? Amon. Shyamalan? Amon. Shyamalan. I would not be surprised if he was the inspiration behind the villain, which leads me to my conclusion that the live Avatar movie was simply an equalist plot to turn people against the Avatar. Fuck you, M. Night Amon. Fuck you. If you're a fan of Avatar, send a clip of the earthbending video to M. Night and this video as well so you can see it, and remind him what the Avatar show was really about. Alright, thanks guys.